Yeah, so I finished my PhD. I did a postdoc for about 3 years. While I was doing that, I was working part-time for RP. And while I really enjoyed the process of science, like developing an experiment and executing it and like, oh, getting the data, seeing what the answer was, and sort
Mm.
of finding stuff out like that was really fun for me. I realized I was in the lab, 60 some hours a week. Uh, the pay was crap, and I didn't have time to do anything other than like lab, jujitsu, eat, sleep.
Mm.
And I had a lot of other things I was interested in. I wanted to be outside more. So then I transitioned to working for RP for full time because it
Mm.
gave me so much more flexibility. I didn't have to be at any one place. I could do everything online, sort of
Mm.
adjust my schedule, and it was less than 60 hours for more
Mm.
money. So I was like, all right, I think I'm done with science from this perspective of working in the
Sure.
lab. Um,
Am I right in thinking that Nick Shaw is the guy that founded RP?
yes, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you like meet him? Because obviously you said that you were like working part time. Like how did you even get that gig?
Yeah, so Dr. Mike actually grew up with my grad school roommate in Michigan. So every summer while I was in grad school, Dr. Mike was sleeping on my couch for a couple of weeks.
That's hilarious.
And coming to visit at various times.
I bet he
So,
was an interesting guy to have living on your couch. He certainly
oh
seems like a
yeah.
character.
Yeah, you certainly didn't want to walk out in the living room if it was a hot day because he probably would be naked.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so I got to know Dr. Mike really well, and he was basically like, "Hey, Mel, do you want to coach the moms? We have because they started out, with mostly hardcore people signing up, and he's like, we're getting all these moms, and we think like a woman's touch could really help." And I was like,
I like how Mike's
"Okay."
like, I don't want to train them. I want to find
He's
someone
like,
else to train them.
they have emotions and they get upset, and yeah, we think we need a woman.
What a Russian, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, because it's like, I mean, I'm not like that well versed in like everybody that works for RP, but I mean it's quite obviously unique with you being like a doctor in neuroscience compared to like the more like standard sports scientists or like personal trainers and things like that.
Yeah, yeah, a bit different. I think I've helped bring some of the behavior change focus for more Gen Pop people into RP. I think that's kind of been my role. They have the more, sort of people who have a really in-depth understanding of like precise nutrition for different like issues like the RDs and stuff there who
Mm.
really bring that, and the sports scientists who can really, just make anybody perform their best at whatever sport. And then
Mm.
I feel like my niche has been to bring in like behavior change aspects, like, okay, how do you get yourself to do the things you have to do to get to the place you want to be?